So just stay stranded.
Accommodation is $100 per person. We'll take you to sleep market.
Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I will be reviewing the series rather Oloture Journey, which is currently streaming on Netflix. So this is an Ebony Life production series and it is directed by Gyang. It's a sequel to the 2019 or is it 2020 Oloture the movie. So it follows the story of this young journalist who is Oloture, who goes undercover as a prostitute to uncover, the black world of prostitution or human trafficking and also the corruption and to figure out like who actually is behind it, to find out who is the man essentially to write this big story to expose it all. So that about the gist of the movie in a nutshell. So now I will talk about the cast and performances in this movie. I'll start off with the lead actor in this movie who was Oloture, also known as Etim, who was played by Sharon Ooja. So Sharon really brought this character to life. Sharon really embodied this character. She was so down, like she was so resilient. She was a journalist who went on this quest to uncover what goes on like with this whole human trafficking, sex slave stuff. And in the process of that happening, you see that it wasn't what she pictured it was going to be. Like it was really tough for her. Like she was going to hell and back. Like she looked it, she sounded like it, she walked it, like she was going through a lot of emotion. She was she was just in pain throughout the movie. So she was struggling, she was very, very resilient. And her character was one that she was rooting for. The movie conveys a lot of complex emotions that she had to maintain the intensity of that character. It just shows how good of an actor she is. Because like the game really went through it. From the whole them being ambushed to them killing all the ladies of the boss and her and Peju, surviving and figuring out that okay, her journalist friend that she was working with, was killed and her boss had cut her off, like he doesn't want the story, like there's no point in her coming back to Nigeria and everything. Like this babe, like it was not like everything was for nothing, everything was just a waste. Like she went on this quest for nothing. But honestly, like the character Oloture, the character Eddie was one that went through it was like you see this babe was struggling. She was struggling physically, emotionally, mentally. Like this role seemed like an emotionally taxing role. It seemed like it would break you up. Like she had to be in that zone to be able to bring this character to life, and she did an exceptional performance. Let's now talk about Keaneth, who was played by Beverly Osu. The really that survived alongside Oloture, the attack that happened to their boss, and since then they've been very close. They've been like it's just both of them. They have each other, so they have to stick by themselves and they have to be there for each other. And this is like Peju was one that would sort of like encourage, and she was that person that Oloture needed. They had this like bond, they had this sisterhood, this friendship, this thing like we'll be through hell and back, like we're going to come out of the other end survivors. Definitely really brought her character to life as well. Another character would be Alero, who was played by Omoni Oboli, and she was this madam that was more or less the one pimping the ladies, taking them to Europe for human trafficking and whatnot. So she also did a very, very good performance on her end. Another character you get to see is Tony. So Tony was played by Etim. So he was I feel he was like Alero's boss, but he was more or less like her colleague. She answered to him. And it was different seeing Daniel Etim play in this role. Because we're used to seeing him more or less in sweet lover boy romantic scene. But in this scene, in this movie, in this series, he was giving us thug, rugged, like he was a proper criminal. So he did his own thing. You also get to see Ikechukwu's character who was true. So he also did well on his end. You also get to see Bucci that was played by Bukola. So she was the one who survived, like she was the one who escaped. Like her sister was beheaded in the movie and she escaped, towards the end of the actual movie. So now in the series now she had gone back home to the village and see that her house was gone, was burned down, her mom was dead and everything. So in trying to figure out what to do and how to fend for herself, she decides to go back to Lagos. And in going back to Lagos, the only thing she could do was to a prostitute. She was taken in by troops who was more or less pimping her for her to get by, and gave her a roof, gave her shelter and roof over her head. So yes, so new faces you get to see. You get to see Stan Nze, who was Ben in this movie, alongside his friend Andrew, who was Amarachi Onoho. So these two guys, they were friends. I think they were journeying. They were trying to go to Europe for greener pastures, essentially. Oloture and Peju meet these guys and they become friends. They sort of go on this journey together, and everybody has different reasons for wanting to go to Europe, and they become like companions and they become friends and they look out for each other. And it was just really nice that they were able to meet like different people. It shows that different people from different parts of the world, not just Nigeria, like different countries, different people. You get to see different immigrants, trying to travel, trying to journey through illegal means. The first we get to see is Femi. So Femi was played by Efa Iwara. So when we get to see this character Femi, he was giving me like, don't trust this guy vibes, don't trust this guy vibes, because he was somebody that Oloture sort of opened to, and they became like friends. She felt like this guy has more or less had like similar interests, and it just found that this guy was just part of them. He was not to be trusted, and Oloture figured that out in a hard way. And it was also nice seeing Efa in this movie, in this series as well. He gave us a brilliant performance. Familiar faces you also get to see. You get to see Patrick Doyle, who was, I think, the politician in this movie. He was Sir Phillips. You also get to see Segun Arinze, who was Theo. He was Oloture's boss at the newspaper where she worked. So yeah, so that is that about the cast and performances. So this just to mention a few. I feel everybody brought their A game in this series, brought their best foot forward, gave us an amazing performance, because a lot went into like so much emotions. Opens your eyes to see like what people actually go through in the whole quest to Japa, in the whole quest of greener pastures, in the whole quest of I want a better life for myself outside Nigeria through legal means. Like the whole pains, the violence, the attacks, the rape, like everything that they get to face in that whole journey was a lot. And certain things you get to pick on in this movie. For one, we have the theme of human trafficking, of course, which is like number one, which is where these women were being sold to human traffickers to do whatever they wanted to with them, and it just shows us the reality of what actually goes on in that whole process, and how like people gain out of desperation of others, and also get to see the theme of corruption, in the sense that people that are supposed to be protecting and serving the people are the ones exploiting them. It also shows like how poverty can push people to do unimaginable things to make money, to get rich, and also how people in the quest for a better life go through extreme lengths. Just imagine after what happened to Beauty, with the whole process and how she was able to escape, and even her witnessing what happened to her sister. So towards the end, I think it's episode 3, where Truth was saying who wants to go to Europe, that is going to get girls to Europe and everything. She was the first person to jump up and say that she wants to go to Europe. I'm like, okay, did your experience teach you enough? Like, did you not learn from what happened? But you could see the desperation, like she felt like that was the only way she could make it. Despite all she had gone through, the only person able to escape all the hardship, and still like in her right senses, still wanting to go through that process again, still wanting to journey to Europe. I'm like, is it that bad? Is it that serious? And it just shows you like it's really sad, because these women, these people think like there is no other hope, like there's nothing more they can do for them. It's just like helplessness and hopelessness just pushes them to make such decisions despite what happens. It also shows the portrayal of suffering and the desperation, people that are attempting to cross the borders illegally, like what they actually go through, the pain, the torment, the torture, like everything these people face, from being attacked, some people even die in the process. The whole scene where they were journeying through the desert, and they lost somebody, and when they were attacked, like it's a lot to make you wonder, like, is it actually what it's like? Is it worth it going through all this pain to somebody else's, like going to another place. Like even when you get there, what are you going to do? What is the way for? What is the plan? Do you feel like when you get to wherever the greener pasture is, you're just going to make it automatically? It's really, really sad, honestly. But this is the mindset most people have. The photography of the movie, of course, is amazing. Also the storytelling. It tells a very compelling story and it grabs you in. Like you're very curious to see, okay, what actually happens to Oloture, what actually becomes of her. Where would this journey lead her to? Because you're like, okay, is she going to go back to Nigeria or is she going to forge for? Because I'm like, even going back to Nigeria, what exactly is she going back to? When her boss already cut ties with her and told her like, no, she can't write the story and everything. So it's just like the power play there already is threatening enough for her not to come back. Also coupled with the fact that she doesn't even have like food, she doesn't have anything, like, you know, the journal she was journeying down, you know, the fellow lady she was journeying with, they all killed and it's just her and Peju. So I feel like the best way forward for her was just to go to Europe. But Kuma, in the going to Europe, what is she going to do there? What is her plan? What is her thought process? So that's something I feel the next part of this series will show us. The movie ended on a very questionable note. Left a lot of questions unanswered. This 3-episode series, you also get to see how they start thing where they say fire is in the camp of your enemies, essentially. Because with the case of Alero, Tony and Chooks, they were not seeing eye to eye. There were a lot of tension. There was a lot of tension going on there, and we get to see how everything will play out in the next part or in the next season. The way it ended, it made room for the second part, in the sense that, okay, did Oloture and her friend get to their destination? Like what happened there, if they got there? And also in the case of Beauty, who now wants to go to Europe again, like the whole process of going there, like would she really embark on that journey and what would become of her? And what are your thoughts on, you know, Oloture continuing on her journey to Europe, or should she have just gone back home to Nigeria? And what's your take on that? Like you know, Oloture, the journey, like this, their journey was actually very, very, very long, and the journey has not even started. It's nowhere near its end. So you get like the journey is very long. Actually, it's a very long journey. With the way, you know, the hype and the buzz around, you know, this sequel was like, okay, we actually get to see what happened. Like maybe she'll uncover this, she'll expose this, she'll do this. But all you know, you see this, that with this series was just showing us more pain, more trials, more comments, more torture that this babe was going through. And it was apparent, like you could see it, it was there, it was showing. Like these people are so desperate, like they live desperate lives. Like some of these prostitutes, they live like a very dangerous, high risk life, you know. And you also get to see like, yeah, people have like reasons for their choices, and you also we are not going to judge anybody, but you also get to see like everybody is going through different things. Everybody has reasons for doing what they are doing, which is what you get to see in this series. And how, you know, they were exploited, and you know, the violence they had to endure. Imagine in the case of Beauty, after, you know, her rounds of for the night, and this guy just gives her, I think was it 500 naira for, you know, working, and it was just very sad. And in the process of all of that, he was still going to be abusing her, beating and hitting her. So it's a very sad life most of them live. So they feel like the best solution or the way out of, you know, the torture they are living in is to go to Europe, is to just leave, but not aware of, you know, the repercussions that they would face, not aware of like the intensity of it all. So yeah, so Oloture, the journey, 3 episodes, it's on Netflix. Have you seen it? Would you be seeing it? Have you even seen the first movie itself? I feel like I enjoyed the movie compared to this one. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. To rate the movie out of 10, I would give it a 4.5. It wasn't my best. I won't say I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, but it was just something I wanted to see. Like I was curious to see how everything would pan out. So if you're interested to see like what becomes of, you know, Oloture, trust me, you will get to see that in this season. We're still on the journey. All of us are still going on this endless journey to Europe. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.